The games are officially over for Gi-hun. After an intense journey that wrapped up with Squid Game Season 3, the Netflix phenomenon is reaching its final chapter. And honestly, with the kind of global success the show has seen, this isn't shocking, but it is big news. Season 1 took the world by storm. It's still Netflix's most watched non-English TV season ever, racking up over 2.2 billion hours viewed by a staggering 265.2 million viewers worldwide. Season 2 didn't fall far behind either, with 192.6 million viewers spending 1.38 billion hours watching the chaos unfold. And now, with Season 3, the show is looking to continue that legacy before it bows out for good. So, what exactly happened in Season 3? Well, the season picks up right where Season 2 left off after Gi-hun's failed rebellion against the front man. In a heart-wrenching moment, the antagonist kills Gi-hun's close friend Young-bi right in front of him. That shocking act sets the tone for the rest of the season, as Gi-hun and the others are forced to continue playing the deadly games. As beloved characters begin to fall, it becomes clear this is the end game. But with that ending also comes a new future for the Squid Game universe. Squid Game Season 3 is the final season. This was already the plan from the start. Even before Season 2 was released, Netflix confirmed that the story would end with Season 3. Originally, Seasons 2 and 3 were meant to be a single continuation, one big follow-up to the first season. But series creator Hwang Dong-hyuk decided to split it into two, writing and filming them back-to-back. He figured out the perfect place to divide the story, and that's how we got 3 full seasons. And thematically, Season 3 really leans into that sense of finality. The games once again revolve around the front man's mission to break Gi-hun and force him to accept humanity's dark side. But Gi-hun's unwavering sense of self leads to a powerful, emotional climax in the final episodes. There's a definitive ending here, one that clearly signals that this is where the main story ends. So, why isn't there a Season 4? With numbers like Squid Game pulled in, you'd think Netflix would keep the story going forever. But creator Hwang had a different vision. He wrapped up the story arcs of all major characters within these 2 follow-up seasons. Continuing the series beyond that just wouldn't make sense, especially when Gi-hun's journey ends on such a satisfying note. Stretching the show any further might have made it predictable or repetitive. Ending it here, it preserves the impact. Seasons 2 and 3 together tell a complete, self-contained story. They also resolve lingering questions from Season 1, making Season 3 a fitting conclusion. But here's the twist. Squid Game might be over, but the franchise isn't. That's right. Even though the original series is ending, Netflix is far from done with the Squid Game brand. An American adaptation is already in the works, and here's where it gets interesting. It's being produced by none other than David Fincher, the mastermind behind Mindhunter and The Killer. We even got a possible teaser for this new version in the final episode of Season 3, where the front man watches US recruiter played by Cate Blanchett playing the game of Didakji in a dark alley. It's still unclear if that recruiter scene is directly tied to the upcoming American remake, but it definitely plants the seeds. H1, although not directly involved in the production, has acknowledged the US version and expressed his curiosity about it. So, will this be a spin-off or a complete reboot? That's still unknown. But with the front man's trip to Los Angeles at the end of Season 3, there's a good chance both stories exist in the same universe. Spin-offs, reality shows, and more. And that's not all. Netflix is also riding the success of Squid Game, the Challenger reality series that dropped in 2023, where 456 real-life contestants competed for a whopping $4.56 million USD. The reality show became a hit in its own right, and Netflix renewed the challenge for a second season on the very day the final episodes of the original Squid Game aired. So even if the main story ends, the franchise is still very much alive and might be sticking around for a while. Now, while no other spin-offs are officially confirmed at the moment, Hwang has teased the possibility. In an interview, he mentioned a potential project exploring the 3-year gap between Seasons 1 and 2, particularly what the recruiters, like Captain Park, were up to outside the game arena. He described it as a faint ideation, not a sequel, but more of a character-focused side story. Here's what he said. I actually had this faint ideation about possibly a spin-off, not a sequel, but maybe a spin-off about the 3-year gap between Season 1 and Season 2. Maybe I could have a portrayal of what the recruiters or Captain Park or masked men were doing in that period, not inside the gaming arena, but their life outside of that. Even Lee Byung-hun, who plays the iconic front man, hinted at a possible spin-off during an interview in June. Whether these ideas will ever materialize is still a mystery, but it's clear the door hasn't been shut entirely. So, while Squid Game might have ended with Season 3, its world is far from finished. The original story gave Gi-hun the closure he deserved, but with spin-offs, adaptations, and reality shows in the works, the legacy of Squid Game is just beginning. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows and upcoming releases.